I've known Jimmy for over 20 years, practically since we were kids. So, when he offered to get me into one of his biggest shows for free, there was no way I'd turn him down. Jimmy had made a name for himself in the electronic music scene across the East Coast, running events that pulled huge crowds, booking DJs I'd actually heard of even though I'm not really in that world. Ryan, another one of our buddies, tagged along, and we made the drive in about an hour and a half. It was 4th of July weekend, so we figured why not. It felt justified. As the night went on, Buzz turned into absolutely hammered. We had no clue why they were even giving us the time of day. I think Marcella was the one who suggested we leave the club and keep the party going somewhere else. Gianna handed us each another drink, telling us to catch up to them, even though we were already deep in the tank. It felt strange that they were buying us drinks, but they looked like they had money to burn. So, we didn't question it. Every step felt clumsy, my legs wobbly like wet cardboard. My mouth wouldn't work right, even moving my eyes felt slow. It scared me, but then it faded almost as quickly as it came on, like a wave that receded, leaving me unsteady but functional. Maybe it was the height. Ryan and I are both over 6 foot, and for whatever reason, that seems to be the golden ticket at the shore. Marcella told us she had a place nearby, a house right on the beach. That threw me off. I figured we'd head back to Jimmy's Airbnb, but she insisted her beach house was way nicer. And honestly, I didn't doubt it. Ryan and I shrugged and followed along. No complaints. I couldn't remember the last time I'd gotten that wasted, like flipping a light switch. I didn't feel myself pass out, didn't get dizzy, didn't fall. One second I was there, and the next, nothing. I remember thinking it was refreshing, talking to women who didn't just want to talk about clubs or shots. But then something weird started happening. We're grown men, we can usually hold our liquor, but something about the energy, the lights, the thumping bass just had us going wild. We got there crazy early, for hours before doors even opened, while Jimmy and his team worked on setting things up. It was stunning, sleek, modern, with these insane sculptures propped up like museum pieces, but somehow still cozy. We took off our shoes at the door, and I tried to take it all in, but I couldn't focus. Ryan and Marcella disappeared somewhere almost immediately, leaving me alone with Gianna. Jimmy had promised us a place to crash at his Airbnb nearby, so getting back was no issue. That left the other question. Ryan and I made our way over to the bar, half stumbling, and ended up chatting with 2 girls. I'm pretty sure they introduced themselves as Gianna and Marcella. Ryan and I, with nothing else to do, went straight for the open bar. Jimmy had a tab that basically covered unlimited drinks, and it would have been rude not to help put a dent in it. Right. 4th of July weekend was going to be his biggest yet. Down at the Jersey Shore, the hype was unreal. Everyone we grew up with was coming out for it. Jimmy asked me to head down early with him, and of course I was in. By the time the first DJ dropped his opening track, Ryan and I were more than a little buzzed. It got to that part of the night where people start deciding whether they were going home or going home with someone. They were gorgeous, the kind of women who turned heads the second they walked in, dressed in clothes that probably cost more than my entire rent. I'll admit, my memory starts to blur a bit around then. After finishing the drinks, we all walked out together. The girls were surprisingly easy to talk to as we walked down the sand, carrying on these deep conversations about everything from art to politics. I'd been drunk before, plenty of times, but this felt different. My body got heavy, like gravity had doubled. When we finally got to Marcella's beach house, my jaw about hit the floor. She leaned in to kiss me, and right as I went to meet her halfway, blackness. That was it. And no matter how hard I've tried to piece it together since, there's nothing, just a cold, empty blank.